His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down.
This is a well-documented behavior pattern in homicide cases, often called staging through a missing person report. Below are real, well-known examples where the killer reported the victim missing or appeared to assist shortly after killing them to create distance and innocence. Notable cases where the killer filed or prompted a missing person report. Number 1, Scott Peterson and Lacey Peterson, 2002. Who reported her missing? Scott Peterson, husband. What happened? He called police saying his pregnant wife was missing after he had already killed her. Purpose: to establish concern and innocence. Outcome: convicted of murder. Chris Watts and Shanann Watts and children, 2018. Who reported them missing? Chris: what happened? He had already murdered them. Purpose: create a public image of a worried husband. Outcome: convicted of murder. Susan Smith, Michael and Alexander Smith, 1994. Who reported them missing? Susan Smith, mother. What happened? She drowned her children, then falsely reported a carjacking. Purpose: shift blame to an unknown suspect. Outcome: convicted. Casey Anthony, Kaylee Anthony, 2008. Who reported her missing? Casey Anthony, the mother. What happened? Child had already died. Purpose: delay scrutiny, maintain normal behavior. Outcome: acquitted of murder, but widely disputed. Barry Morphew, Suzanne Morphew, 2020. Who reported her missing? Her husband. What happened? Reported her missing on Mother's Day after killing her. Purpose: appeared alarmed, create timeline confusion. Outcome: charges initially dropped, remains a suspect. Mark Hacking, Lori Hacking, 2004. Who reported her missing? Mark, the husband. What happened? He killed her, then filed a missing person report claiming she went jogging. Purpose: create an innocent narrative. Outcome: convicted. Josh Powell, Susan Powell, 2009. Who reported her missing? The husband. What happened? Filed report after killing her. Purpose: control the investigation. Outcome: never charged, died later, evidence strongly implicated him. Fotis Dulos, Jennifer Dulos, who reported her missing. Fotis: what happened? He had already killed her. Purpose: appear cooperative. Outcome: charged, later died by unaliving. The nasty John Wayne Gacy, multiple victims. Who reported them missing? Gacy often did. He contacted their families or authorities to deflect suspicion, like Courtney. Purpose: appear helpful and concerned. Outcome: convicted of multiple murders. Patrick Frazee, Kelsey Barrett, 2018. Who reported her missing? A friend. What happened? He had already killed her. Purpose: distance himself from timing. Outcome: convicted. Why killers do this? Behavioral pattern. Common motives include establishing plausible innocence, controlling the timeline, creating witness credibility, buying time to clean or conceal evidence, shifting blame to strangers or accidents. Caitlin Moore. Investigators are especially suspicious when the report comes very soon after last contact, the caller overperforms concern, save the American icon, details are vague or inconsistent, and so the reporter can include themselves in the investigation and influence it. Here is that false, misleading missing persons report that Courtney Love called in pretending to be Kurt's mother. On April 4th, 1994, Courtney Love, while in Los Angeles, apparently, we don't know for sure, contacted the Seattle Police Department to file a missing persons report for Kurt Cobain. She gave his mother's name, Wendy O'Connor, on the report, even though she herself made the call. What the document shows: on the top right section of the missing person report, there is a field labeled Time Reported. In that box, the handwritten time appears to read 11:45 a.m., so that is late morning. It is written in a slightly rushed cursive handwriting style, which is why it's sometimes misread or overlooked. Important clarification: the report is filed under Wendy O'Connor's name, but Courtney Love is the one who made the call. The time reflects when Seattle Police Department logged the report, not necessarily the exact minute Courtney dialed from Los Angeles, but it is still a formal timestamp. And now I am referencing Mark Lanegan's song that he did with Skeleton Joe called Sunday Night 2:30 a.m. Plain and simple, Sunday night in the a.m. means the very early morning hours of Monday morning. Examples: 12 a.m. Monday equals Sunday night in the a.m. 1 to 4 a.m. Monday equals still commonly referred to that way. People often say this when they mean they stayed up Sunday night, and it was after midnight. How it's used in real life, socially and conversationally, people think in terms of when they went to bed, not the calendar flip. So if someone says late Sunday night, like in the AM, they mean after midnight but before sunrise on Monday. What it does not mean Sunday morning. It does not mean Monday night going into Tuesday. So your understanding is right. Sunday night in the AM equals early Monday morning. In marriages and partner homicide cases, most false missing person reports are made within the first 12 to 48 hours after the killing. After. This window gives the offender enough time to calm down, clean or stage the scene, and think through a story while still appearing reasonably concerned to police and to family. Reporting too quickly can look staged, while waiting too long raises suspicion, which is why the 12 to 48 hour period shows up so often in investigations involving intimate partners. From 2:32 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. is 9 hours and 13 minutes. So not too long after. And there are a few common reasons why a killer might report a spouse or partner missing within about 9 hours after killing them. This timing isn't random, it often serves multiple strategic purposes. Number 1, create a facade of concern. By reporting the person missing relatively quickly, the killer looks worried, responsible, and innocent. The report makes it seem like they had no idea anything had happened, which can delay suspicion. 2, control the narrative. Filing the report early allows the killer to frame the story before police begin asking questions. They can plant ideas about suicide, which they did a lot, disappearance, which they did a lot, or being away, shaping the investigation from the start. 3, avoid immediate detection. If the body is still in a place where it could be discovered, the killer wants to buy time before authorities get there. An early report can make police focus on searching elsewhere, giving them extra hours to hide evidence. 4, look socially reasonable. Reporting within 9 hours can seem normal to police or family, especially if the victim is expected home or doesn't check in often, or was seen at home, right? Too fast might seem suspicious. Too slow might look negligent. 9 hours hits a middle ground. 5, psychological reasons. Guilt, panic, or anxiety can push someone to call before they've fully planned their story. Sometimes the killer feels an urgent need to act to maintain the illusion of normalcy. That'd be Courtney. In short, a 9-hour delay is often a strategic balance. Early enough to appear concerned and innocent, but late enough to allow the killer some control over the scene and story. When you factor in fame, false missing person reports often happen even faster because a well-known person draws attention immediately. If someone is famous, their absence is noticed quickly by managers, media, fans, and coworkers, which means police pressure and public scrutiny escalate fast. That creates an incentive for a partner or close associate to report them missing sooner rather than later, to appear proactive, shape the initial narrative, and avoid looking negligent or suspicious once others start asking questions. In high-profile cases, there's far less room to wait it out because the search and the spotlight turns on almost instantly. So with all this being said and pointed out, especially Mark Lanegan's song, Sunday Night in the A.M., it really looks like it was Monday morning in the very early A.M. hours that Kurt died when it was still dark outside. And then right after that, not right after, but hours later, 9 hours later, Courtney calls and is trying to control the narrative and put on an act that she's been keeping up ever since.